Okay, so cleaned up the nails, got out the products we are going to use to put the nails on with, or at least prep the nails and the tips. So the first thing I was going to say that tip felt very, very thick. One moment, please. Make sure which one is in. Okay, so that's going to be on that. We need to put that away. We are going to prep the tips first, move those out of the way, and then work on everything else. So all I do to prep the tips is I use the Gel X Prep, the acid-free tip primer. I just go in, and I'm sure you could probably use any acid-free primer. This just happens to be the one that I have and I've been using for a while, so I'm going to keep using it. It says it's specifically for the tips, so I just go in and rough them up. Something on that one. Let's get that out of there. Just rough them up. One moment, please. So that they adhere to my nails better. So I just dip it in, scrub it around. Some people actually go in with their e-file. I do not have the patience for that, I will be honest. I tried a few times and would catch the edge of the tip with the e-file and jack it up, and don't have the patience for it. So since this works for me, we're going to stick with what works. I'm all for experimenting because I do it all the time, but there's some things that when I find that work, and the experimenting that I did with the other products like I've used or something didn't go well, I'm like, yeah, I don't need to experiment anymore. I'm absolutely 100%. There is a hair. Now that I'm not happy about. I just scrubbed a hair into that damn nail. Let's see if we can get that out. Okay, yay, we did. Okay. That would have drove me crazy. That nail would have had to come off. There's no way that would have lasted the... Oh, see why? There's a little hair right there. That nail would not have lasted the week. It would have drove me crazy. If you can hear anything in the background, I think I said this at the beginning of the video, I started watching Vera again. I finally watched the last episode, and it is just one of my favorites. I can watch that. I can watch it almost any time. My mom loves it as well, so I'll come into the living room sometimes when she has it on. And it's an episode, of course, that I know who the killer is, but I still don't care because they're just good shows. And sometimes if I'm too distracted when I'm watching it, because I'm sure we all do this, we grab our phone. Oh, I'm going to watch something on TV. We grab our phone, and before you know it, the show's over, and you're like, well, I kind of watched it. I sort of know what happened. That happened with a bunch of episodes multiple times. So we will watch them anytime and get caught up. Like this episode, I'm sure I've seen it because I've seen every episode, but I do not recognize it. Okay, so I am just going around. This is the Young Nail. It is their Protein Bond, which is the name that they use for their primer. So that's what I use first. I do 2 primers on my nails. Always have. Sorry, I just noticed a hair floating towards me. I always have done 2 primers, and I've always done 2 different primers. So I do 1 coat of the Young Nail Protein Bond. And now I will say the first part of this video is going to be me taking off the old nails and testing out those solid nail glue removers. They took more product off than the One Kill did, if that makes sense. So sometimes when I use the One Kill, it will leave some of the peel off base still on there, and I will file it off. I felt like the ones I used today took a lot more of it off. Some of it was left. Yes, there was definitely product left on my nails, but not quite as much. I'm not sure if that was just today. hold on, I just got some literally on my skin, which we do not want to do. It dripped down onto me. Okay. All right. I was like, wait, which nail did I stop with? And I usually do the protein bond first. That's always the first one. And then whatever my second one is, I go in with that. So today we are using the Apres primer. I feel like it definitely is one of the ones that dries and is a lot stickier than some of the other primers I've used. So we're just going to go ahead and put a nice coat of that on all of our nails. I was talking to a few people this week on YouTube because I didn't have a lot of other things to do besides watch TV and sleep. I was off. I ended up taking Monday through Thursday for the most part. I worked a couple of hours Thursday morning as sick days. And then Friday, I actually worked all day, worked from home. But man, oh man, let me tell you, Friday I felt like Monday because the week I felt like it just disappeared on me. Okay, I got this peel off base from Sweetie in one of my hauls. I saw it on sale and I was like, let's see. Excuse me, I've got hiccups that are trying to come and I don't want to hiccup. Okay. I think we're good. I don't think we're going to hiccup. I do want to make sure. Yes. Sorry. And make sure we were still recording. I'm going to use this. Oh my gosh, this is so thick. Holy moly, this peel off base is way thick. I'm going to use this peel off base on a couple of fingers on this hand to see how it works. I'm going to use it on the thumb. Yeah, I'm going to use it on the thumb. I'm just going to go in. This is so thick. This peel off base is way thick. Thicker than I have used before. Okay, so we're going to actually use it on this whole hand, I've decided. And then we're going to use the Jello on the other hand. And then we can use them as a head-to-head comparison. This one on the Sweetie website. And they weren't having a sale or anything. Sweetie wasn't, I meant. And I think this was like $8. So it's I got some on my finger, one sec. It's definitely less expensive. Hold on. There's one moment, please. It's the stickiness of the label that was on there. Let's see if I can get that off without jacking the bottle up completely. Okay. Phone's on silent. I'm so sorry about that. All right. That's better. I mean, there's a little bit of that sticker left on it, but I think we'll be okay. All right. How badly did we jack those up using my right hand? When you watch my haul this afternoon, I get to the point that thing was so long that my right arm, which is the one I broke really bad and had to have surgery on, it's got the plate and the 16 screws in it. It was so tired. I was literally having to help my hand up to the screen to show you all stuff. I got done. My arm is still feeling it today, I'll be honest. It's been, I don't know, it started on Wednesday. It started really bothering me on Wednesday. And I was like, well, what the hell did I do? I don't know. And then Thursday was really hurting. And yesterday, it wasn't as bad. but I was much more conscious of like doing things other ways so I could avoid using my right arm. So that might have been why it wasn't so bad. I got a little of this on my skin, so hold on and let me get it cleaned up real fast. Yeah, right there. Where is my... my new jar that has alcohol in it. I talk about it in my haul. I had gotten some other jars that I'd used, I purchased some other ones, and they did not hold up. After about, I want to say a month, they stopped working. And oh, there's a little right there. They stopped working, and I threw them away and pulled out my backups. So I bought some new ones, these glass ones. We're going to see how well they work. They actually, I can't remember who, somebody had recommended this link specifically for this one. So I went ahead and got that. Let's get our lamp down. This is just our Yoke Fellow lamp. It has the sensor. So what I'm going to do is move these all out of the way. And we're just curing this for 60 seconds. Poured alcohol in there. Hopefully it didn't get on the nail. Start melting my nail. Oh no. Let's... my poor mom. You probably hear her cough. Oh, it did get on the nail. Damn it. Probably hear her cough in the other room. We will use some primer to clean that up a little bit. I hate that when you get a little bit of the alcohol on it and then it leaves that like foggy patch. Okay. So we did our 60 seconds on these. The hands feel like the desert. They feel so dry right now. I cannot wait to put some freaking cuticle oil on and lotion all over these puppies. I'm going to use the Apres to put these on. It's my go-to. Oops. Okay, so I just literally kind of go swipe it in there in the well, clean it off on the end, go in and put it in an angle. And we're going to flash cure this because I've said this before in other videos. I'm famous for hitting the nail against the back of the lamp and knocking it off. It's very annoying. I'm famous for it. Okay, so we're going to give that a few more seconds. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go and do the ring finger. We're going to do one. I'll do one hand with you, then I'll put the other hand. Once you've seen me do one hand, I mean, honestly, you do not need to see me put my nails on more than once, probably, to be truthful. Don't know if I've ever, pretty sure I've done it in videos before. Now I don't even remember. And this is that one weird nail I have that kind of points. There we go. In the one, not the nail, but the finger kind of curves to the left. So I have to be careful with that one when I'm putting it on and making sure I kind of adjust it a little bit for the curve of my finger. Only finger that does that. I will say with any of my squares, I always go in and I'm going to have to shape them a little bit because I just like them to be like a little bit more snatched, if you know what I mean. So. Okay, we are back. I took a little break. I didn't want to wear myself out since, obviously I have been sick with COVID after just recently being sick. Gotta love it. So much fun. Okay. We are going to use this little itty bitty tiny lining brush for a couple of things on this design. It's the one that came with the Young Nail gel paints that I got when they were having their February sale. This set. So the whole set, I think, was like $30 in February when I got it on sale. So liked that. We're going to use the one that's called Fizz, which is their white. Molten, which is kind of like, it looks kind of melony, but like, let me open it so you can see. So let me use that. Get the lid back on. Come on. There we go. I don't know why I seem to have such issues sometimes getting lids on. And then this one called Orbit. It kind of looks purple on the lid, but it's actually blue. It's like, when you see this blue, oh my, is it blue? It is so blue. All right. We're going to use those three. We're also going to use this is the number 4 from the Jade Breeze Milky Jelly, which is the set of Born Pretty polishes that I won off of the Instagram contest they were having. So I'm going to use number 4, which is this really pretty jelly green. We're going to use that. It's a very soft jelly green. We're going to use this green, which is more of a cream and kind of like more minty. We use that. That is from the collection that I just hauled for y'all last night and should be up live right now, actually. Yeah, like 17 minutes ago. And then we're going to use this one. I just thought this polish was just so cute. Sucked me in. Have to use it. We're going to use that. And then last but not least, we are going to use one of those flash gels that I just swatched. We're going to use the silvery one. So the plan, if it comes together, we are going to do an ombre on a few of them. We are going to do a French on one of them at least, one French. We're going to do one in half and half, where it's going to be flash glitter on one side. The other side will be whatever color polish I choose to do. One nail is going to be completely flash glitter. So just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, and we are going to go for it. So before I do anything, I'm going to put a coat of primer just on this one nail, because if I had to do some filing, because I actually had some glue on my finger when I put it on. So I really feel like I filed the heck out of that one. So I just wanted to put a little primer on that one. New video in a little bit. So it's not perfect, but we will buff them, obviously, when we, excuse me, when, right before we top coat, or sorry, right after I do my first top coat, I usually do a quick buff. So this is, I'm going to try to do the thinnest of base coats because I don't want these nails to get wide at all. That's the one thing about squares that I don't like. I don't like them when they get too wide. They just drive me, oof, I hate them then. I literally can't wait to take them off when they look like that. So I pre-shaped these before coming back. Gave them a nice wipe down. So we're just gonna, like I said, the thinnest. I'm trying to do the absolute thinnest base coat possible. And we're just gonna let that sit so that those little brush marks, since I made it so damn thin, kind of level a little bit. But I definitely, like, I will be truthful, depending on what the polish is and depending on how long I'm going to leave the nails on, sometimes I will not base coat them. If I am doing like multiple coats of color or whatever I'm doing takes a lot of different products, because I'm like, oh God, that's all I need is one more. And usually nails like that, I'll be truthful, are like 3 or 4 day nails. Now that I've got the one kill and have been using all these different peel offs, I find the issue I tend to have when I'm doing my nails sometimes is I will not get a nice smooth edge. I will either miss it and that will drive me batty, or sometimes like I'll miss the edge like that. See how I miss the end there? Sometimes I don't notice that, and then I'm like, oh shit. And on squares like this, I feel like you really would notice that bad. I get that. See, I didn't get all the way to the edge on that one. We're good now. We're good now. What about on this side? Just in case. Yeah. All right. I think we're going to do, for the thumb, we're going to do it this one, which is number 4 from the Jade Breeze Milky Jelly collection. We're going to do that on the whole thumb. Oh, that's really pretty. So this is going to be, like I said, my spin on those nails. A little more polish, please. This is such a pretty color. I want to do a set of jade marble nails. And I feel like this new set that I just got is going to be the perfect set for that. Come on. All right, let's just get it nice and smooth, shall we? let that, ooh, I will say it is taking me a second to get used to having the really square nails again and doing things with them. I'm just like like that was kind of difficult. All right, I think this is the other green, right? No, that is not. That is the speckle, which I think we're going to put the speckle. You know what? Let's go ahead and just put it on there while that is kind of leveling out a little bit. Might have to go over that again. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to go over that again now that I look at it. Before I cure that. I just thought that this was such a cute polish when I saw it. I'm like, oh man, that is adorable. So I had to get it, even though I'll be truthful, I had no room for it. I spent an hour and a half this morning before I took the other nails off to put these on, putting all of the things from the haul that I just posted away. And part of the pain was trying to figure out how to get the polishes organized. Because I'm trying to put all of like one brand together. I swear I'm going to do a room tour. I swear, I promise. I keep saying that. All right, but before we cure that, let's go over this stuff one last time. That just side. Again, we talked about this. I missed the side. I don't know why. Okay. All the way to the end. There we go. Trying not to touch the nail that I just painted. But that, I feel better about that at least. We're going to let that sit for 1 second, both of those. So we are going to take the other green that we have, and I think that might end up, which nail do we want that to end up on? Let's look at it and see. It's close but not, so I feel like I'm good with putting it on here because we're going to do some nail art with this one anyways. So while we're here and we have it out, let's go ahead and do it, right? These are those sculpted ones that I just got from Shearing. If I didn't mention those were the ones I was using, I don't remember because I sized them off camera. And when we came back, I do not think I mentioned that it was those square Shearings that I just got and hauled. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. All right, we're going to cure that. Once we cure that, we're going to do a second coat on those 3 nails. And then, you know, do I want to do I want to grab a nude as well, just to put a very actually, you know what? I think instead of doing the French, we're going to just stick with the ombre. Switching it up. I just don't want to put too many layers of polish on these nails. Okay, so coat number 2 on this nail. This is such a pretty green. I'm such a fan of milky polishes. I think I say that probably in any video that I use a milky polish. I sounded pretty like congested, like very, very congested the last couple of days. And then woke up yesterday morning and was like, oh my God, I can actually breathe through my nose. I mean, it's not normal, but it is so much better than it was. And I was having such horrible pressure headaches, I cannot even explain. My teeth were hurting. I mean, it was so unpleasant. But yeah, my teeth hurt for like a day and a half. All the teeth in my jaw were just killing me because, here, let's be logical about this. Do this one first. I had such horrible pressure headaches. It was making my teeth hurt. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a new one. That didn't happen last time. So yeah, that was a pleasant time. I literally had to like put ice packs on my face to get to sleep one night because nothing was helping. Nothing was helping. I was not a happy girl. Let's just put it that way. That was Monday night, and that was Monday and Tuesday for me were the worst days. Can I take it back? Yeah, no, Monday and Tuesday. And then I felt pretty decent on Wednesday. I was like, woohoo, I'm over the hump. And then Thursday, I woke up Thursday feeling like crap again. But then woke up Friday and I feel like, yes, I'm over the hump. Don't say it too loud. I need to knock on my head when I say that. Dink, dink, dink. Okay. Let's do this nail here. I just think this is such a pretty color. These little speckles in it. It's just adorable. Love them, love them, love them. Okay, one sec. I need my finger stand. There we go. Much better. Okay. I don't want all of the speckle at the end. So I'm going to try to very carefully push some of it back the other direction so that it spreads out a little bit. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Just trying to be careful about it. I don't want to jack it up. But I do want to move some of it around. So I want a little to go this way. There we go. Oh, got it on my skin. Gotta get that off. Do not want to cure that. Okay. Ooh, that would have been, thankfully, I mean, I'm assuming I would have noticed. Right? Let's hope. I'm just trying to get a little bit right there in that corner. Yay! And now I feel like the other corner needs some. The dogs are protecting us probably from the mail carrier. Those scary mail carriers. Actually, our mail carriers are so nice and they are so understanding because my dog sometimes can lose his shit and like will bark his head off. Sounds like he's like losing his effing mind when they come. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's not trying to say you're a horrible person. He's just an asshole. What can I say? Now that I think about it, yeah, that's the mail carrier. Yep, that was the mail carrier and my asshole dogs. All right, so this is what we have so far. We've got the greener on the thumb. We have like that mintier green on the middle finger and the speckle on the ring finger. So that's as far as we've gotten so far. We need to figure out what finger we are going to do complete flash gel. I'm thinking pinky is going to be the flash gel one. And then we're also going to use this flash gel on a couple of the other nails. So I'm hoping that 2 coats of this will give me the coverage I'm looking for, because I don't want it to be like crazy silver. I mean, yes, but I don't want the color to be like so obnoxious silver that um, it's like overtakes the design, if you understand what I mean. I don't know what I mean, so I don't know how the hell I expect you to understand. Okay, so what we're doing, let's get our liner brush out, shall we? We're going to check out our new liner brush. And we're going to, it needs to be prepped. Let's grab let's make sure that we don't have any underneath, because I want this nail to stay rather transparent. So I just want to make sure I didn't get any on the under edge. No, but, oh, jeez. Let's move this corner out. There we go. Okay. All right, we're going to cure that. And while that's curing, I am going to get one of these out. What we want to do now is a couple of these. This nail is going to be half covered in this silver flash gel. Okay, so we're going to see if we can use our new brush. This is just to give myself like a line down the middle, so I kind of know where to bring my polish up to, you know what I mean? So let's take the glasses off for this, shall we? Had a panic moment that I forgot to hit record. I hit record, yay! All right, let's see. Just am looking to do a straight line. As straight as my shaky ass will let me do. I'm actually happy with that. We're going to cure that real quick just to give myself a guide. And then, yeah, we're going to use the brush, but nerve-wracking. And I'm just going to try to do this as even as possible. I swear to God, it sounds like my mom is watching like, what does it sound like? Miami Vice? No, not that. No, no, not Miami Vice. It is, oh, what is that? Oh, I can't think what the hell movie she's watching. It's an Eddie Murphy movie. I'll remember it in a second. Okay, so just trying to get the glitter fairly even. That's the hard part with flash gel, is there's just so much glitter in it. And then you're trying to get an even coat of it and not go over the line. Don't go over the line, Teresa. Just going around the cuticle a little bit with the crazy long brush. Drag some of this glitter around a little bit. And a lot right at the edge, so I'm gonna bring that back. I'm probably out of frame completely. I am. Apologies. I'm just trying to make the glitter in the flash gel just a little bit more even before we cure it. I don't want to have to do too many coats, like I said. I'm trying to not have to file anything on the edges when I get done. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, my mom, her cough is so awful, y'all. It's so sad. I just wish the damn thing would go away. Okay, we're going to cure that. And then we're going to put a second coat on that and a second coat on the pinky. So we're just going to give this like a 30-second cure. We're not going to do a full 60 seconds on it because it was a really thin layer. And so that is going to have also a stripe of the white and a stripe of that red, that kind of melony color on it. You'll see. All right, so we are going to I'm trying to remember. I think it was ombre down to a clear nail bed, but I don't want a clear nail bed because I just saw a bubble in there. All right, we are going to ombre the screen. We'll see how it goes, okay? You know those ombres, they're so fun. Oh, let me prime my brush over here on my palette. One moment, please. Sorry, it's off camera, I know. But I'm trying to make sure you can see the majority of what I'm doing. Okay. Beverly Hills Cop, it just came to me. Okay. This brush really does make ombre easy. Okay. Let me get a little to the edge there. Just a little on the edge. Okay. These polishes are very close in color, so it makes the ombre super easy. This green to this, because this is not really a green base. It's kind of like it's just a very nude, almost, I don't even know how to describe it now. It's like an eggshell base. Okay. All right, so we're going to put that in. We're going to do another coat on the nail bed and a little bit going down. And then a little bit more sparkle, I think. We'll see. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, we're going to start adding the nail art. It's straight lines, not a lot of curves, thankfully. Yeah, it was just, I just saw this design somebody had posted it on Pinterest and it was an AI design. So I was like, interesting. It's very different from me. And I wanted to try to do something a little different. I feel like a lot of my nails sometimes look very much alike but different. I mean, lots of pinks, lots of purples, things like that. So I may add some embellishments to these. I'm not sure. Okay, All right, so let's get these out of the way. We are going to do the silver line first. So there was a line of silver and a nail. So do it again. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put that in, and we're going to as straight as I'm going to be able to get that thing. We're going to flash that real quick and then give it a second coat. All right, 15 seconds. I did not want to go right there, but okay. I do want the line to be thicker. I mean, it's not, I was actually going to go on the other side of it. So it's just thickening it up a little bit. I do have some flash gel liners that I could use, but the picture just looked like it was the flash gel that was on the other nails, like a coat of that. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to even the thickness out a little bit so that it matches. Okay. That is as good as I am going to be able to get, I feel like. Okay. All right, so we are dipping our brush in, and not sure if this is, do we have, oh, you know what? They were using a blue, but I'm going to use that instead, I've decided. This is just too blue. The picture had blue, but this is just not the right shade of blue for me. I just can't do it. So let me put this down. Let me get this open, one sec. Like I said, switching the plan up. We are not using that one blue that I pulled out. As soon as I saw it, I was like, no, I changed my mind. I don't want to do that. It looks, see now, like that almost looks kind of purpley there, but it's very blue in the jar. So we're going to just mix this up a little bit with our brush. Okay. I need to take the glasses off again. And we're doing a stripe of this. Ooh, do you see that shake? At least there's like a line there already for me to kind of go next to, which does help me because I am very shaky today. So we want, okay. I'm as happy as I'm going to get with the one end. Now I just need to get this. This end. Where I'm happy with. Okay, I think that is as good as I and my shaky hand is going to get today. So we are going to pop that in. So stressful. All right. Don't even. I'm trying to stay in. I really am trying to stay in, you guys. I know. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. That's driving me crazy. That's 2 videos I have done that in. I am so disappointed in myself. So disappointed. It's so weird too, because I will go for the longest time not using that word. Have no issue with it whatsoever. No problem not using it. And then sometimes I feel like I'll do it once and then it jacks me up. And then I'm like, I have the issue and I start saying it and I'm like, no. Okay. That is probably as straight as I'm going to be able to get this. All right. One last color on that nail. One last color, folks. And you will see that one done. All right. All right. Because that is looking very, well, no. I don't know. Feeling like it's looking super orange all of a sudden. No, it matches. I wanted to make sure it matched that right there. Okay. Yeah, it is Melanie. It's not as orange as I thought it was. When I first put it down, I was like, oh, that might be too orange. And I'm not saying it's not, but it's got like a little bit of that like melon peachy kind, not peach, just a little bit of pinkness to it. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oof. That was stressful. Thank goodness these are one coat. One coat coverage on these because I could not do that again. We're going to do 30 seconds. And then, okay. So the ombre speckle and the speckle are done. The thumb is going to get a stripe of the white and the green. And then I think that will be it. I think that's going to be it. So I'm switching it up just a little bit. So we're going to do a stripe of the white and green on here. Or actually I might do the melon and white. And then I think, yeah, we're going to do the melon. I think that would look like interesting. So let's get our thumb here and see if we can come up with a straight line for our melon shade. Don't want the ball, but I want enough. Oh my goodness, somebody's at the house. Just trying to thicken the line up just a little bit without jacking it up too much. Trying not to get out of frame either. Okay. Okay. I'm happier about that. Okay, we are back. And I had some lunch. Have been looking at them, and I decided I think I want to put a couple of little polka dots on them. I think I want to just put a few polka dots, like on the flash glitter, and maybe I don't know. I'm feeling polka dots all of a sudden. Now I'm wanting to add some polka dots. So I also grabbed some other liner brushes out. These have dotting tools on the ends, and I want to do big polka dots. So I'm just going to do, and I'm doing white. I've decided just white. We'll see how that looks and go from there. Just random polka dots. No rhyme or reason to where they go. And I'm not going to do a lot of them. I just want a few of them. I think I might want polka dot over here. Maybe one there. Teeny one. What do we think? Do I like that? Do I not like that? I don't like that now that I see it. In my head, it looked so very different. So let's take this off. And I think what I'm going to do instead of that, I'm going to do some polka dots on some of our lines. I think it's just going to add a little something. So let's see, I'm going to do a polka dot here, I've decided. And I might do like a bigger one. My gosh, I can hear my dog drinking, and it sounds like he's drinking so much water like he hasn't ever had any water or something. I want that to be cognizant of the one that's there. I want this to be a bigger circle. Huh. Do I like that? No. Oh gosh. I was sitting there at lunch going, be interesting to just add some polka dots and like maybe some big dots. And then now that I see them, I'm not so sure about it. I think we're just going to stick with adding some embellishments to it. Yeah. I don't know. I was just feeling like since there was like the round speckly in here, I kind of wanted a little bit of something. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. But I think I might add it with embellishments and stick to that. So, okay. Yay, wasn't that fun? We just spent 3 minutes and 43 seconds to start back right where we were. Yay! Anyway, I just wanted to show you what the nails look like really quickly. This is what I came up with so far. Come on. There we go. So this is what we have so far. The thumb, which is the flash. Let's get the foam flash. So you can see it's got the flash. I almost wish I had put a coat of like a silver polish under that now that I see the thumb, but they had the green showing through, and now I've diverged from that look so much that it's my own thing, but I'm just not sure. That's really pretty though. Okay, let's keep going. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm going to do the right hand, and we will be back to do embellishments together, okay? Wow. None of that was recording. I think I may have just yeah, I don't know. Anyways, okay. So here are our nails. They are done. Okay, come on, focus. There they are. They are starting, like I said, I feel like when I added the flowers, for some reason now these remind me of surfboards. But let me know what you think of them. Comment below. What would you have changed? Again, this is flash gel. Let's see. Let me get the lights. Let's see if we can see some of it. Hold on. Let me get these lights off, and so you can see. Where's the other light? This one. So you can see that in all its beautiful glory. I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon and watching me do my nails. We will be doing more of these. I hope you have a great weekend, or whenever you're watching this, your day is amazing. And I just want to wish you all peace, love, and joy. Have a great one.